Hello, my friends. How are you? Welcome to Liberation Day, day 2, where millions of Americans are being liberated from their 401ks and IRAs. Millions of hardworking Americans that have spent their lives working towards retirement are now having to second guess that. And where is Donald Trump while he burns down the economy? Well, he's out golfing. That's what he's out doing. While us poor people have to deal with the consequences of his actions. Donald Trump is out at a golf event while the world burns. How about that? So, I gotta be honest, my friends. I was surprised when I woke up today to see that Donald Trump had not pulled back on the tariffs and he decided to keep them going. First 2 trade wars, my friends, I was thinking maybe he's just really dumb. But now we can see this is a deliberate attempt to tear down the American economy by Donald Trump. Currently, as of time of recording this, Dow is down by 1,600 points, about to hit its 52-week low, which means Donald Trump has knocked out a year's worth of gains on the stock market with his stupid fucking trade wars. How about that? Is everybody excited? Are we all having a good time? I don't even know what to think of all this. This is just absolute insanity. China hits back with retaliatory tariffs. Sorry, I forgot what the word was. China hits back and the stock market has just absolutely imploded. Once again, our silver lining, the happy thing we all look for, Tesla stock's getting fucking hammered. Elon Musk continues to lose a lot of wealth over this entire thing. And this is where I struggle, my friends, to figure out what the actual fucking angle of all of this is. I've had a number of you say that this is outlined in Project 2025. I have not read that part of it. Being honest with you, I haven't read the whole damn thing. I'll go find bits and pieces of it when it's relevant to what's going on. But apparently, according to a lot of commenters, the point is to destroy the middle class in America and make everyone poor, the have and have-nots. And look, I don't doubt that even a little bit. I don't doubt that Donald Trump would absolutely do that. But it's just shocking. A big problem that I'm still seeing is the support by the working class for Donald Trump. And that's the reason I'm here on this channel, baby, so we can try to figure out how the fuck this is happening. Now, I keep seeing a frequent comment come up that I want to address. I think it's important that we address this because right-wing media has screwed people's brains up to the point that they don't even know what reality is anymore. And according to right-wing media, Kamala Harris was a bumbling idiot that couldn't even put together a sentence, according to them. Look, she may have been a flawed candidate. She may have had things that maybe I would have disagreed with her as a president, but she is a very intelligent, well-spoken woman that clearly has plenty of government experience and law enforcement experience. So people come to me and say, well, where would we be if Kamala would have won, though? I mean, we would have been much worse off if she would have won than under Trump. No, it doesn't get much worse than this. We would not be in a trade war with the entire world had Kamala Harris won the presidency. Sure, I'm willing to say she might have done some things that the working class of America didn't agree with, but it wouldn't have been this. This is almost as bad as it gets. Now, don't worry, my friends. Here's the bad news. We haven't reached the bottom of this yet. Right now, this is mainly the focus is on the stock market. That's what everybody's worried about because the stock market is a pretty decent indicator. I wouldn't say it's the end-all be-all indicator to America's economy, but it's a pretty decent indicator to what is going on. You've got CEOs out there, and we're not friends of the CEOs here on this channel, those rich assholes, but we've got CEOs panicking about their stock price now and how much value their company has lost. And that is when it's going to start to hit us any day now. Donald Trump keeps these tariffs on and keeps doing this. I'd say within the next week, we start hearing about mass layoffs. One, because of the tariffs, of course. The companies in America that get, the raw product or whatever it is they do with these things that are importing products. Let's just keep it simple around here. The American companies that are importing products to do their business are going to obviously import them at a higher price because let's say it again, right? What is a tariff, my friends? A tariff is a tax on you. the consumer. The tariff is a tax on you. So as their businesses slow down and they're not able to continue to profit off of what's going on, we're going to start seeing layoffs, mass layoffs. And they are 100% coming if Donald Trump does not pull back on these tariffs. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think he wants to. So we haven't seen the worst of what's going to happen yet with Donald Trump and his tariffs. And the weird part about this is 100% a self-inflicted depression. There was no fucking reason for this. And depression is absolutely coming at this point. Maybe I'm being a little over the top. Maybe I'm going too far with that. But there is nothing stopping this complete free fall of the stock market at this point. The layoffs are coming. The list goes on and on. The higher prices, they're here. If they're not here already, they're coming. Anyways, completely self-inflicted. So I was watching an interesting thing today. Because so much of blue-collar working-class America says they vote for Donald Trump because they're voting for the economy. They want the economy to be good. Well, I watched an interesting broadcast today where apparently the last time that the stock market had seen this kind of decline in such a short period of time was the same time that Donald Trump denied COVID and got 1 million Americans killed and millions of others fired from their jobs. Now, you wonder why I keep harping on it? Why I keep repeating that same talking point over and over and over? Because I was fucking right the entire time. Donald Trump is bad for the economy. He doesn't know dick about how economies work. And I was trying to say this over and over, and this is my fault. I don't know, sometimes I'm too hard on myself, my friends. I blame me. I could have been here 2 years ago pointing out these things to America, and I wasn't doing it. And I know I'm being too hard on myself because there were a lot of people pointing it out. There weren't a lot of truckers out there pointing it out, that's for sure. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, I had to remember what I was talking about. The point I'm trying to make is Donald Trump was never good for the economy. There was never a scenario where Donald Trump did a damn bit of good for the economy. Even before COVID started, the manufacturing was already going down. We were starting to see job losses because he doesn't understand the economy fucking at all. And this is the shit that drives me absolutely insane, my friends. And I guess it's partly up to me to just keep repeating this shit over and over. As Donald Trump starts to put blue-collar workers out of work, I need to be talking about it. I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see this because it's how I support myself and my family. But when trucking starts to take a hit, you can bet I'm going to make video after video after video about how Donald Trump has screwed truckers, because that's 100% coming. 100%. You start fucking around with tariffs like this, it's going to affect us in so many fucking ways. One, fuel prices. You truck drivers, owner-operators out there that are paying for your own fuel are going to eat shit once again, on Donald Trump's failed economic policies. The freight's going to slow down. The bottom of the freight market's going to fall out once again. And the last time it was Donald Trump's fault. All of those things were because of Donald Trump. And I'm a little bit shocked by today, my friends. I thought I was going to wake up and I got to make another video where we made fun of Donald Trump because he backed off of the tariffs again. The world put him back in his place, reminded him of what a whiny bitch he is, and everything was fine yet again. And everything's not fine, and I'll try to circle back to that point. Everything's not fine. But I thought that's how we were going to wake up today. And it may be that the media continues to make fun of him. Political commentators on the internet continue to make fun of him. That's put him in a spot where he thinks he can't back off of them now. This isn't going to get better. It's just fucking not. What was it I wanted to circle back to? I'll try to remember what I was talking about there. Now I remember. So the world now, obviously when Donald Trump started his tariff bullshit to start off this term, before he even came into office, he was talking about tariffs. You know, he put the tariffs on Canada and Mexico one time, and there might have been some on China. The trade wars are a little hard to keep up with. Pulled back on those tariffs immediately, lied to America, took a victory lap about all the things, the concessions that Mexico and Canada had made for him. something like I don't remember the exact number, you guys can correct me, but like 2.3 billion border bill by Canada for their borders, which they had already agreed to under Joe Biden, which they were already putting into action. And they told Donald Trump, we'll give you a fentanyl czar and everything will be fine. And he said, look at me, I just took a victory lap. And then when it came to Mexico, Mexico had agreed to put something like 10,000 troops at their border, which they already agreed to and were doing under Joe Biden. So for anybody that's not sure what fucking happened there, the answer is absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing happened there. Donald Trump took a victory lap for nothing. Then he puts tariffs back on. The point of all this, we could go through the history over and fucking over, but Trade War 3 has fucking definitely solidified the idea that America is not a reliable trading partner. Even after Trump leaves office, whenever that is, he's talking about a third term now, even if this country rids itself of the whole MAGA mindset, we have isolated ourselves for years to come. I don't have the prediction, I don't have the number in front of you, but for the rest of our lives, people around my age and older, America will not be a trusted trading partner for in our lifetime. We're done. So all we have been importing products for fucking years. That's what we do. America is a consumption nation. We import, we consume, and we import more when we've consumed the last shit. That's what we do. The Made in America shit left a long time ago. And I don't know whose fault it is. I'd have to go back through history, but a lot of people say that falls on Reagan. I don't really fucking know. But basically, we've isolated ourselves from the world. We are not a reliable trading partner anymore. We won't be for the foreseeable future. And with that being said, America is in bad shape for years to come. And there's no recovery from that. We don't fix these relationships overnight. We've got a president that apparently no one cares enough to stop from doing the tariffs because the opportunity was in front of them. And I don't know where that bill ended up yet. It was passed in Senate to stop the tariffs on Canada. Last I looked at it, they were saying it's most likely going to die in the House or Congress, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm just a trucker. I'm doing my best here, my friends. So the people in power to step up and save America refuse to do anything. And they're going all over Fox News and they're saying, yeah, there's going to be pain before this gets better. This never needed to happen, though. Who the fuck in their right mind, in the working class, is going along with this saying, yeah, it's going to be pain before it gets better? Are you shitting me? This didn't need to happen in the first place. There was no reason for any of it. So I guess my wish for however many years it takes me on this channel is to try to get through to working class America. The Republican Party, as it stands, does not have your interest in mind. It's time to start figuring that out. I would say before it's too late, but, well, motherfuckers, it's too late. It's over. Anyways, Trade War 3, absolute fucking disaster. Nothing good is going to come out of this, even if Donald Trump pulls off the tariffs. Right now, we're done. We are not a reliable trading partner on the world stage. Canada has banded together to say we do not support America anymore. And if you think that doesn't matter, then you're wrong. Ask these red states that are panicking because Canada is specifically targeting them with tariffs. Ask Mitch McConnell why he's freaking out, calling Canada and saying, could you please not put tariffs on us? The answer is no, Mitch. The answer is no. Until you, and I think he stood up, I think he voted for that bill to stop the tariffs on Canada, so good for him. But until the Republican Party stands up to Donald Trump and stops him, the answer is fucking no. We cannot help you. Not even you, Mitch McConnell. You need to get more people online on board with this. Anyways, I've rambled long enough. This whole thing is a shit show. It's a disaster. I feel terrible for the millions of people near retirement age that have worked their entire life to get to this point and now can't retire. I feel awful for them. Anyways, that's my tangent for the day before I go on for too long. Love you guys. Bye now.